Here's an example of finding a chi-square test statistic. Suppose a mutual fund qualifies as having moderate risk if the standard deviation of its monthly rate of return is less than 7%. A mutual fund rating agency randomly selects 31 months and determines the rate of return for a certain fund. The standard deviation of the rate of return is computed to be 5.12%. Is there sufficient evidence to conclude that the fund has moderate risk at the significance level of 0.05? A normal probability plot indicates that the monthly rates of return are normally distributed. So from this question, we can see that the null hypothesis states that the population standard deviation is going to be 0.07, which is the 7%. And the alternative, which is what we're testing, is going to have the population standard deviation to be less than 0.07. So in order for us to find the test statistic, we have to use the following formula. So chi-square is going to equal the number in the sample size minus 1 times the sample standard deviation s squared over the population standard deviation squared. So what we want to be able to do is we want to be able to identify the value of n, which is the sample size. Well, the value of n, the sample size, is 31 months. And then we're going to find the population standard deviation. Well, the population standard deviation comes from our null hypothesis. So therefore, it's going to equal 0.07. And the sample standard deviation is given to be 5.12%. But we need to convert that to a decimal, which gives us 0.0512. So now that we have all our information to be able to find a test statistic, we can plug it into the formula. So we're going to get 31 minus 1 times 0.0512 squared over 0.07 squared. Rounding it to 2 decimal places, we get our test statistic to be 16.05.